right now. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Father Son Talk Sports Show. This is your boy Paul here with Dad to me, Paul to you.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, what's going on, Pop? How you feeling, man?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. Yourself?
Man, taking it easy, doing the best I can, you know what I'm saying? Did a little shoveling this morning. I had the boys out there, had to move the cars around, put the trash out, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, the snow off the tag.
Hey, did you bring that snowblower out the other day?
What's that now?
Did you bring that snowblower out during that storm?
Oh, yeah, I had to. I had no choice.
Hey, but here, that's why you put the money in the snowblower so you can use it a couple times out the year. You keep trying to get me to get a snowblower.
Absolutely.
Hey, but no, I mean, so the boys out there, man, they're trying to figure out how to get the snow. I got to show them because it's starting to turn to ice. I think it melted a little bit, but it's starting to turn over. Because I think it's about to start raining now, if I'm not mistaken. But
I think so, man. Before it freezes real hard again. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I mean, it's kind of like, so wherever, basically, because I know how it was at my job, wherever the snow is, that's where it's going to be probably till like April or May. Because once that rain hit that snow and it freezes, it ain't going nowhere.
That's right, man. Yeah, it's going to be ugly, man. People going to be flipping and sliding. It's crazy.
It's definitely going to be a problem.
But that's Northeast Ohio for you.
Exactly. Yeah, that's Northeast Ohio. And, normally, like I said, it's football around this time of year. But, I mean, right now we got the Cavs at least. I know we was down about the Browns, after the way they ended the year off. But, maybe the Cavs can try to give us some good vibes going through the rest of the year.
Oh, man. I mean, I can't wait. I'm sitting there waiting for the game now. They can't come fast enough.
Like I know I was talking to you about the show, about getting the show done. And like, what you say? You was like,
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Yeah. And no. You count down the time to the to the game. You're like, well, yeah, you got like 30 minutes. I'm like, dang, you counting down the time all the way.
Oh, man. I mean, the Cavaliers, they're about to go through a stretch, man. They can win tonight. They'll be half a game out of first place.
Exactly.
Not just in our conference, but the whole league.
Exactly.
Right. The whole league. So, it's sad. I know LeBron wish he was back now.
Exactly. Now, is that something that he can, at the end of the year, he could come at the end of the year, can he?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think he has an opt-out clause.
Yeah.
This year or the following
Yeah,
year.
because I thought that we would have to trade for him now or something like that. But I think next year he could just join us, if he wanted to.
Right, I'm not really sure about that, but it's either this year coming up or the following year. Yeah. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, ultimately, I think they got good chemistry going on right now. It really sucks to have the injuries that we have. Sexton to a lesser degree, but Rubio to a big degree. I mean, I think he was having a big impact on the team. And then what they got going on.
But see, the crazy thing, I think they're adjusting to it. Yeah. I'm not sure that LeBron James really his comeback is because they're adjusting to the injuries that they sustain. So Sexton and Rubio. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we winning, man. Darius Garland is balling, man.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. I mean, who would you say, whose team is it? I mean, who do you think is the leader on this team? Or who do you think makes it go?
The crazy thing is that I think that Kevin Love is the leader.
Really?
And whoever really kind of would have thought that, But he's played wonderfully. I think that he's fit into his role wonderfully. And being a veteran on his team, he's definitely one of the leaders. It's not the leader. The leader.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can agree with that. But, I mean, I think to a lesser degree, I think Garland probably is the overall leader. I think as he goes, the team goes. I don't think Jared Allen is as as vocal about trying to lead the charge, but he's just as important. But he just may not be as vocal about all that. But
the Cavaliers really truly have, to me, what's a big three between Allen and Mobley and Garland. I mean, that's the future. But I do think that Kevin Love has taken this team up under his wing. And I think that he's given his veteran wisdom and leadership in a wonderful. Cavaliers defense is wonderful.
Yeah,
rebounding is wonderful.
Yeah, I think that you said they got the second rated defense in the league. I think overall, I think behind the Warriors, they're giving up like 102 points per game. So, yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying. When you drive down the middle on us to the basket, man, you get nothing and like it.
Yeah.
They contest more shots than any other team in the NBA, and they play hard every night.
Yeah.
And they're definitely worth our tune in, for us to pay attention to them and to give them some praise.
And it's kind of cool because it looks like ESPN giving them some play. They flexed one of their games in on ESPN. I can't remember which one, but I know they said they got a prime time game coming up. And who would have thought at the beginning of the year that the Cavs would have some prime time games? But being in position where they got some prime time games coming up on the slate for real.
Well, and another thing is that they played the hardest part of their schedule already.
Yeah.
And we're in fourth place in the East.
Yeah.
So if they can get by Chicago tonight and just beat the teams that they're supposed to beat, they might be in first or second place in the East going into the All-Star game.
Yeah, I mean, here,
it'd be really nice.
And we all know, I mean, the second half of the season, when everything's on the line, you start to get the best out of everybody. So it's going to get tougher as the season goes on, even as the schedule appears to be weaker. It looks like it's going to be a little bit tougher. So I don't know. But I was also reading, they was talking about, Baker and his shoulder. He said he got surgery, coming up and everything like that. And it just got me thinking. I said, so if you get him back and he's 100%, if he is everything was during the playoff run, or do you still say that you can't do it?
Pablo, I'm so sick and tired of talking about Baker Mayfield back. I can literally throw up in my beard. I'm just saying.
And I think that's what it is. Like, everybody just tired of talking about it. I mean,
absolutely.
They're just tired. I don't know. I mean, ultimately, I'm saying, because here, the way that it was set up, it's almost, you have to, because that's your ceiling. However high your quarterback take you is how you go. That's it.
Right, and it's not worth talking about right now in my eyes.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
We're talking about a guy that sitting at home, didn't play the last game of the season, and he didn't have no problems with his, shoulder where it affected throwing or whatever, and we're sitting at home. So, but I'm watching the Cavs. So I'm gonna be watching the Cavs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we definitely got to watch them. But now I'm curious. So on the football field, out of the teams that are in the playoffs that are still left, who do you think the best quarterback is right now? still on the field.
I mean, man, that is really hard to look at that way. But if I was to have to, I mean, you have to give me Mahomes.
So you would take Mahomes over Brady and Aaron Rodgers?
Well, yeah. I mean, when you talk about Tom Brady, that's Tom Brady. So yeah. I'm not going to disrespect his name by saying that he shouldn't be number one in that. But I just don't think that his team is going to win it this year. I think Godwin being out is going to be really hurtful to them.
Yeah.
And Mahomes and Kelsey and his fans.
Oh, yeah. I mean, here, but this year, like, I really have a real strong vibe on the Bills. I think that they play the right type of defense. I think that they have a quarterback that is really starting to come into his own with Josh Allen, and I just really I like their toughness, and I like what they stand for, as a team overall with Josh leading them. I think that the Bills would be a tough out. I think that I even go so far because I just love the way Joe Burrow plays. I think that the Bengals could be a problem if they can get past the Titans. If they can get past the Titans, then whoever they meet in the championship game is going to have to play some football. But it's really going to come down to this week.
Well, I'll go on record to say that I believe that the Super Bowl champion will come out the AFC this year. I mean, that's the best way for me to say that.
There's some strong teams over there. But, I mean, ultimately, I think, here, my bold prediction, I think that I think the 49ers will, because the 49ers play the Packers, right?
Yes.
I think the 49ers beat them. That's just me. Honestly.
I mean, I can actually see that.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if the 49ers beat the Packers at all.
Well, they got to have some luck with some injuries, too, though. I mean, they got Nick Bosa out.
Yeah.
And they got Warner out. And if those players can't come back to play this week, then I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I mean,
they got to be at full strength.
They got some injuries, but here, the one thing that I saw, especially when the Browns played them, their defense is not strong. You can run on Green Bay's defense, and I believe that the zone running of the 49ers can really exploit that. And that's why I think that the Green Bay should be on upset alert for sure, because they could lose. They could lose.
They're vulnerable.
Oh yeah, I think that they're probably they're the most vulnerable one seed. I would say between those games, because the Titans and Cincinnati, I just really can't get a real feel on that game. I don't really know what to expect from Tennessee. I really don't. I mean, do they have Derrick Henry? Do they not have Derrick Henry? I mean, that's what it really will come down to.
I think the Titans are the most vulnerable of all of the two number one seeds.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
But is that because of the quarterback? Is that because of Tannehill, or do you think it's because of Derrick Henry's status? I mean, or do you just think that they just rely on toughness alone to get to where they're at? Is that why you say that?
Well, I believe that if we're talking about the number one seeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. The Titans don't have as much firepower as the rest of the teams that they're going to go into the playoffs against. Even with Derrick Henry coming back, I mean, that's a running game. And I know Derrick Henry is the man. I mean, he's just the man. I can't take that away from him. But he has to come back healthy. And the Titans cannot play from behind, man. Where other teams, I think, in the AFC, like Buffalo and Cincinnati, and definitely Kansas City, they can play from behind and still catch up to you in the end in history.
Yeah, especially Kansas City. Kansas City is just that one team where it doesn't really matter what they're doing in the first, second, third quarter. they can score points in bunches. I mean, they can come back. Like I remember my brother-in-law and my sister was over here, and we came upstairs because we was down in the studio, and then they said, "Oh man, Steelers tied up 7-7," and then we went, got something to drink, came back, it was 21-7. I mean, I'm talking about it was that quick, man.
My point exactly.
Yeah, very, very.
Where, like I said before, there are teams in the playoffs, like the Packers, for instance. I mean, they have to be down by a lot of points to say the game is over.
Yeah.
Right, where Tennessee, you can be like, that's a little much for them.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I get the same vibes though from what was I gonna say? I get the same vibes about that like with Kansas City. That's the reason why I think the Bills is a bad matchup for Kansas City because I don't think the Bills get down, like that. And if they do, they can come back.
Well, the 49ers is a team that's sort of applicable to also.
Yeah.
I mean, if they get down, it's hard for them to come back just because of the way the football team is structured.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They're structured really truly around their running game.
Yeah.
Both of the teams.
Yeah.
Right. Where the other teams are centered around their quarterbacks, even Cincinnati. You got to beat Cincinnati down. You got to be ahead by 14 points, or 20, or 17, or whatever, in order for them to say they're done.
Yeah, I mean, but the problem is, I like how I think, like with Cincinnati, like I was talking about in the other game, the Raiders weren't able to do it to Cincinnati, but Cincinnati, you can snowball them. Like, you can get them down and they stay down. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Browns did it to them, like I was talking on the other show. But
you don't think that was an anomaly? No, I'm just asking.
Maybe. But some of it was skill. But I believe that during the course of a 17-game season, you can have an off day. And I think that might have been their off day. So
that's an anomaly.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess, yeah. So I mean, but that makes me feel so bad because for that to be an anomaly, it just means that they were really the better team. I'm talking about between the Browns and the Bengals.
Oh man, I don't even want to go down that road.
I know, but because I'm just telling you.
From the Browns,
yeah, but I mean, everything always get back. Yeah, everything always get back to them. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, I mean, Joe Burrow's going to be a problem. We knew this, after his rookie year. I mean, he's going to be a problem. We're going to have to definitely take a look at that, going forward. And last but not least, I know we was talking a little bit earlier about that. That you said Mike Tyson fighting who? Wait, stop.
Paul, right?
Oh yeah, Jake Paul. Okay, so Mike Tyson is fighting this fool.
How can we forget Paul?
Yeah. So Mike Tyson. Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson. And I think that's the dumbest thing that I ever heard in my life. I can't imagine what he was thinking when he signed the papers or whatever. Whenever he wrote up with the promoter, that was stupid.
Son, I know you and the rest of your siblings love your dad, but for $36 million, I got to get the ring. Right.
So for 36, it's going down.
Say that one more time.
For 36 million, it's going down. I mean, you have to just take some body blows, take a couple shots on the head. Anything.
But I'm trying to say it don't matter what I think.
For 36 million, because here, I mean, ultimately, I'll go on record and say, I know you said it earlier. He don't stand a chance in that fight unless he can get to like the third, fourth round. But I'm telling you,
even my mama would get me ready. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be a bad day. The day.
And your auntie, she had me in the gym.
Yep. I mean, but that's the problem. I mean, Mike is training though. Mike ain't. It ain't like he, out here just walking around, doing nothing. Mike in better shape than me, and I'm in shape. Mike is a professional athlete. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. And you say he only 55? 55 ain't old enough. Not to be calling him an old man, not that that's Mike Tyson.
Man, listen, if Jake Paul don't go, if this fight don't go past 2 rounds, which it probably to me won't, right? He'd be okay though, because he'll be rich, but that's about it.
Man, I have no idea what he was thinking when he came up with that idea. I just don't know what those promoters were thinking, man. But here, what did Mom cook? What y'all about to eat? I know you about to watch the game. What y'all eat?
Actually, cook some fish, and I'm gonna eat a salad.
Oh, okay.
And I'm on a diet, so.
Diet.
I'm done. As a matter of fact, I think Kayla got French fries.
French fries.
I can't have none of those.
She make it home from work?
You know what? I'm not even sure.
Oh.
Now, it don't matter. She would have sent me out there to fight too.
Crazy, man.
What's that?
I say crazy. So here, so this is what I think. Let's go ahead, take a break, and then we got to watch some of this Cavs game. Then we come back together at halftime. Sound fair?
Oh, man, that sounds like a winner, man.
All right. Go ahead and get you some food. You know what I'm saying? Sit down, talk to Mom.
Okay.
And then I say we just put the brakes on it and then get back at halftime and, try to go over, what's going on at halftime in that game. This is a big game for the Cavs. Every game of this magnitude, when you talk about first place in the Cavs, is a big deal to them. They're young. It's all a big deal to them. I mean, it's the opposite. Like, remember when LeBron was here, the regular season didn't mean nothing. Now the regular season mean everything. No. No, you ain't listening. I said, like, when LeBron was here the first time, I said the regular season didn't mean nothing. I said, but now the regular season mean everything. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the Cavs playing, like, every game mattered. And I kind of remember like it was in the origin. You remember when we had, like, Anderson Varejao and all in that team? And I remember when they first won 50 games, it was such a big deal during the regular season. Remember when they was going up the ranks and they kept running into Detroit? Detroit kept beating them or whatever. But that's how these Cavs are now. And like everything is like a new experience. I mean, you could tell they going hard every game. They don't care who on the court. I was listening on the radio. They was discounting some of their wins, talking about a lot of players have been hurt or out with COVID or whatever. But we had a lot of players out and hurt too. So I don't know how much you can discount their wins. I think a win's a win in the NBA, and you just got to take it from there.
I really don't think you can discount what they have been doing. But you're right about the regular season meaning something right now. Mm-hmm. I'm a Cavs fan through and through, but I don't expect for them to go to the championship.
No.
Not this year.
No.
But the building blocks, I believe, are there for us to go forward and really have promise to get there again.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely. All right. Well,
I'm hungry now.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and eat your food, man. Tell Mama I said what's up, and then I'll hit you at halftime.
Sure will, baby.
Hit you at halftime.
All right. Love you all. Love you.
Love you. Peace.
Okay. Peace.